Happy October. I am coming to you again from the woods at my house. Now, if you recall, I have talked many times about the mess that was at my house when we moved in. When my wife and I bought this property, we fell in love with the land. Fell in love with all the acreage. It's on 5 acres, and we love farming, hence our little mini farm situation. We anticipated that the house was gonna need some work. It was built in 1979. We anticipated the house would need some work. What we did not anticipate was the ground needing some work. And by the ground needing work, yes, to farm you need to till, you need to bring in soil, you need to do all the stuff to farm. But also the previous owners made a bit of a mess here. As Ben and I were walking out here, we have passed so many shards of glass, broken alcohol bottles, shotgun shells, BB gun pellets, all kinds of things, toys, drug paraphernalia, all kinds of stuff is out here. And we have spent so much of our time with our kids, even teaching them, hey, this is part of what God reconciled us back to himself for. God reconciled us back to himself through Jesus so that we can be reconciled to God, reconciled to each other, and reconciled to the earth. So much of what we're doing here is reconciling back to the earth, treating it well. But we are in the process of turning this mess into a manor or a house. I just like M words, like the alliteration of mess and manor is really cool, but a house, it's a house. Like I said, we're cleaning up messes from the previous owners, but while I'm cleaning up messes of the past, I'm also cleaning up messes in the present. Why? Because I have 4 children and they make messes all over the place. I will clean up baseballs, basketballs, little Adirondack, is that how you say it, Adirondack? Is that right, Ben? Kids' chairs, squirt guns, all kinds of things that are fun, right? My kids are making a mess and having fun while doing it. And I'll be honest with you, that mess feels a lot different than the mess that we've been cleaning up. The mess of the present feels different than the mess of the past. And the only thing that I can really put my finger on that makes it feel very different is family. I think family changes everything. A mess within your family feels different than a mess outside of your family. You follow me? A good example of a mess within the family is seen in the book of Matthew with the Beatitudes. The Bible Project describes the Beatitudes as this: 9 sayings from Jesus about the hearts and actions of people living out his kingdom reality. Or, within the context of this conversation, I'd say living within his kingdom family. And one of the most jarring Beatitudes to me is seen in Matthew 5, chapter 9. It reads like this: "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." And that feels contrary to our world, because our world is very much an eye for an eye. You hurt me, I hurt you. You hit me, I hit you. You say bad thing about me, I say bad thing about you. You cancel me, and I will cancel you. Well, Jesus is saying if we are going to be found within his family, we got to get a little messy. We got to kind of do the opposite. We got to, as Luke says, I'm going to read this to you as well. Luke 6 says, "Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you." Confusing? Yes. Messy? Absolutely. It doesn't make any sense. I think that when you think about it, anger just actually leads to more anger. Bitterness leads to more bitterness. Hatred leads to more hatred. But what Jesus is calling us to, what he's inviting his family into, is abundant life. Life to the full. We can stop that path towards death by just changing directions. Instead of treating anger with anger, we treat anger with peace. Instead of trading hatred with hatred, we treat hatred with peace. Peace is what can drive us together. And so today, would you choose family of God? Me, child of God. You, child of God. Would we choose to get a little messy and do what is not expected, to do what it feels like it's rubbing against us, by choosing to be people of peace, and by doing so, helping this crazy, divided, lost world to see the light of Christ and find the abundant life that is only available through his way, in his kingdom, in his family. October 10th, I'm releasing a song in line with that truth. It is called A Holy Mess, and it's about the beautiful, befundling Beatitudes. Again, alliteration. So good. We all need a little alliteration in our life. You know what I'm saying? October 10th, it comes out. I hope that it encourages you to live like we are meant to live within the family of God, within the kingdom of God, to be messy people, but not for the sake of just Instagram hits, but for the sake of drawing lost souls into the light of Christ. So be looking out for it. Make sure you pre-add and pre-save it, and when it releases, please share it. I'm very excited about that song. I haven't said very excited in a while, so you know I really am very excited about it. Later on in the month, I'm releasing a song, October 24th, releasing a song called Go Through Hell. It's about what Jesus went through to save us. I really like that song, and it is one that's going to definitely make you think, maybe make you a little uncomfortable. I think that's okay. So be sure you check out that on October 24th as well. Pre-add, pre-save, share. Well, I've said share a lot, and you know I always ask you to do 3 things, 3 ways to activate, to be a part of this movement, this ministry that God is building. First way is through sharing. Yes, again, you sharing the songs, you sharing these posts, you sharing this vlog, sending it to someone, being like, hey, I think this vlog would encourage you. That helps. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for thinking of people that what God has put in me can benefit their lives, hopefully. And so as you think of those people, please continue to share, and also continue to engage. As you see my content online, again, the algorithms, they all work on attention. So the more attention this gets, the more likes, the more comments, the more reshares, all of the above that any of the content I put out gets, the more the algorithm on said platform will feed that content to people. So you have done a great job of that, and I can't thank you enough for that as well. The last thing, and the most important, I don't know why I say it last, maybe I need to switch them, but it's prayer. Prayer is the fuel that makes TEMITOPE go, and so thank you for continuing to pray. It is in so many ways the air underneath my proverbial wings. And so thank you for just continuing to pray for me, and I feel it, and it makes a big difference. So can't thank you enough for being a part of the journey. I've been seeing a lot of videos of local church communities leading what you're worthy of. And if you follow me on Instagram, I've been sharing those, so please make sure that you follow so you can see those videos. But the reason that these churches, local churches, are finding the songs is because you have been sharing, engaging, and praying. So thank you for doing that. You know my heart's desire is to help the local church have songs in which to encounter the Lord. Why? Because I believe that at the core of, key element rather, of the multicultural heart of God is worship. In Revelation 4 and Revelation 7, you see every tribe, every nation, every tongue, all people, all around the throne of God. And what are they doing? They are singing, not in one tongue, but in all of their tongues, all their languages, all their cultures brought together, right? They're standing together in unison, not uniformity, and worship, the singing, is at the central piece of that. So I think local church is singing, is providing us a picture of what's to come, and I want to be a part of creating of the songbook that's already has been written and is being written. And so when churches are singing songs like What You're Worthy Of, it is an encouragement to me because I know that it's being accomplished. So thank you for being a part of that. And we probably got to get out of these woods because stuff's crawling all over me and I don't know what it is. And the chickens are in there, so they can't protect me from maybe some ticks that might be living here.